Buddy, happy Thursday evening to you all. I want to talk about this tax time relief because this has shown up in so many ways for me. There's so many women out there that really needs a lot of help. And I know women, we love to do it all. You can have it all, but you can't do it alone. All right? Let me just make sure that I'm streaming live here on YouTube. Let's see. I want to make sure that we're going live on YouTube and also you can hear me because apparently I was doing a recording earlier and nobody could hear me. Guys, let's get through this because I need this to get to you. And I need you, my ladies, please stop doing your own bookkeeping. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, what to look for, what to find, etc., because bookkeeping can cause overwhelm in not only your business, but also your life. And we are about to go in, or we're already inside what I like to call the Super Bowl of finance, which is the game between you, yes, you, the taxpayer, and Uncle Sam, the IRS. This is the big game, right? So if you are overwhelmed with your bookkeeping, you are not going to get out of this spot free. I know so many women out there and maybe men as well, but I serve the women. There are so many of you out there, women entrepreneurs, women owned business, that you try to do your own bookkeeping. Ladies, stop doing that. I rarely recommend somebody to do their own bookkeeping. The only time that I will recommend to do your own bookkeeping is really if you are broke, like there's really no more pennies at the end of each month, or you're just under the waters. That would be the rare occasion that I would recommend, but I try not to allow you to actually do your own bookkeeping because it's detrimental to your business. Number one. Number two, we only have 24 hours in a day. We have to sleep, we have to eat, we have to mother if you're a mother, we have to wife if you're a wife. We have to do so many roles. So in your business, you need to understand your role in your business. And if that role means that you need to make good coffee in order for your customers to be happy with your coffee, then you need to make good coffee. Okay. Unless you are a bookkeeper by trade, do not do your own bookkeeping. All right. I think I've explained this a little more. My name is Kareen Mills. If you don't know me, Kareen Mills, it rhymes with bills, dollar bills. I'm a financial educator advocating for women's financial independence. All right. I was in service the other day and listen, when I'm in service, I see a lot. It's just the way that my eyes and my mind gets filtered. So I see this comment that says, "Talk to me about bookkeeping." I use an old version of QuickBooks. So this is another caveat is, of course, if you don't have a service that's doing it for you, you're not going to have the updated version. And the problem with an old version is there may be changes in some certain rules that you are not up to date to. And if you're stuck in the old version, that could cause error in your business. So, ladies, please. And then she went on by saying, "We're growing so fast and I'm way behind on books." This is the bookkeeping nightmare that you all, if you know, you know, that are going through that needs to catch up because it's tax season, aka Super Bowl of finance, the game between you and Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam, unfortunately, always gets the ring. He always gets the ring. That Super Bowl in finance ring, he always wins that ring. How do you win this game? Because we have to play to win. We cannot play in business, ladies, to lose. So these are the series of questions underneath that question that she asked. What should I look for in a good bookkeeper? How can I be sure it's accurate? What is the going rate of a bookkeeper? And what do you like or not like in your service? So let's go through this one by one. And at the end, make sure you stay in the end because I'm going to give you a bonus information that probably you'll never find anywhere else. Okay. So let's go through number one. What should I look for in a good bookkeeper? Listen, the goal in business is always minimize headache and maximize profit. Let me repeat for the people in the back: minimize headache and maximize profit. And the reason for minimizing your headache is so you can focus on making profit, making the money, right? If your role in your business is to make money, then bookkeeping should not be what you need to be doing. You should outsource that for a couple $100s a month. That is a small price to pay to have less worry space in your head. Because remember, if you're overwhelmed in bookkeeping and you're behind, it's going to take so much space in your brain. So let's focus on minimizing the headache in our business, because by minimizing the headache in our business, ladies, we optimize our opportunity to make more money that can lead to more profit. Unless, like I said, you're really broke in business, I rarely ever recommend doing your own books. And if I do, it's because you really need to, with a goal to outsource it in the future, in the near future, by the way, by improving your cash flow and adding the cost of the bookkeeping service into your financial forecasting. Well, what the heck is a financial forecasting, Kareen? You're just making it a little bit more complicated. This is the problem because you're not a bookkeeper, nor are you a certified or a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Excuse me. This is not what you do on a day to day basis. So, paying somebody to do it and outsourcing this service is actually going to give you some empowerment. Okay. Instead of look for, this is going to be number one, start asking for. Instead of looking, start asking. Ask a lot of questions and references, then the minimum of 3 references. When you ask around for referrals, ask for 3 references and ask a lot of questions like, what do you like about your bookkeeper? Okay. Don't ask about what they don't like. Because if there's very little amounts of likes, you already know that they don't like a lot about their bookkeeper. But be positive about this search. Okay? Don't be so negative about it. Ask what they like about their bookkeeper. Say, what do you like about them? Because if the only thing they have complaints about is the price that they're paying for their bookkeeper, then the bookkeepers are probably worth every penny. They're probably worth every penny, anyways. Here's another problem when you do your own professional service that you try not to outsource. If you make a mistake, you cannot fire yourself. You cannot. You have no recourse against yourself. If you hire professionals, yes, it costs you money, but it also buys you insurance in case they make an error. Guys, start thinking about this from a very different perspective. So let's move on to number 2. How can I be sure it's accurate? Well, you will not know it's accurate because you're not a bookkeeper. Even the things you are putting in, you probably have a lot of errors in there. If you get it audited, and by the way, we'll talk about auditing here pretty soon because, again, the Super Bowl is against the team IRS, against you, right? And so you're not going to know the accuracy of it. But what you can do to mitigate your knowledge of the accuracy of it is to review your numbers, to review your line item per line item quarterly with your professional. Have them sit down with you and have them educate you about your numbers. Because a business operator and a businesswoman who are always fully aware and are fully highly educated about their numbers are usually making good decisions for their business because they make educated decisions based on the information that they know. So if you don't know, you're not going to make good decisions based on the information because you don't know the information. Again, ask your professionals in the bookkeeping world or CFO world to have a quarterly meetings. And during that quarterly meetings, one more question that you must ask is, if you were to look at my numbers and if I were to go borrow money from the bank, especially when you start scaling and ask for funding for growth, would do you think I am bankable? It's just a matter of knowing what questions to ask. And I'm here to educate you about those questions. That's what I'm going over for here. Number 3, what is the going rate of a bookkeeper? My answer to this is going to be really snarky and forewarning you that you might get triggered by my answer to this. Here you go. For me, this should be the least of your worry as a business owner, because if you have a messy book like many of you have right now, the IRS going rate is going to be unlimited. As a business, okay, for sure. Look at your expenses because that's part of your job, right? Sitting down with your bookkeeper or your CFO, looking at the expenses, making sure you're not overspending in things that are not necessary or in the wrong things. But if you're at peace with who you have as a bookkeeper, as you build quality relationships with them, I said quality, meaning you participate, they participate. Because if you're not participating, you are taking. Well, Kareen, I pay them a fee every month. That's not good enough. You have to participate because participation is giving. Otherwise, you're taking. Even if you're paying, and the bookkeepers are going to love me about this, even when you're paying them a fee every month, because their quality is only as good as the quality of information that you give them. Let me repeat. The quality of your bookkeeper's work is only going to be as good of a quality with the information that you provide them. They are under your participation mercy. So if you're at peace with your bookkeeper, you should always budget for this. You should keep them apprised, keep yourself apprised, learn about your numbers, educate yourself. A businesswoman, operator, or owner who does financial forecasting, by the way, will lead their team based on what has to be done for the business in order to accomplish goals, in order to be on fire, in order to knock it out of the park. You know, we always say 2024 is going to be the best year ever. And then you do your own bookkeeping. And then tax season comes, you're overwhelmed, and it's not the best year ever. That's why I'm doing this education piece for all of you, because I need you to get it. And when you lead, I call this the forecasting leader. When you operate your business based on the forecast and what has to be done, you don't make emotional decisions. It can take a back seat when a team has to be sat down and talked to, and you must have a really tough conversation with them while the emotions are sitting on the back seat. It is also easier, by the way, to manage your emotional intelligence this way and lead a high performing team, especially with this question. The lady said she is starting to scale, meaning she's starting to have to step into this leadership role as a business owner because there's stages in your business, right? Again, budget for it. And as you scale, start considering maybe hiring not only a bookkeeper, but a CFO, a chief financial officer. And there's a lot of contract CFO out there right now. It's actually a growing segment in the financial support world for your business. Number 4, we're almost done. Number 4, what do you like and not like about your service? This is a critical question, and we've already kind of alluded to it in number 2. But what do you like and not like about your service? This question again requires you to get 3 references and interview those references. Be sure to check them. Don't just ask for them. Make sure you have conversations. I know it's tasking. I know it takes a while, but it will pay dividends over time. Your incoming bookkeeper, by the way, is like an incoming employee. You can treat them as such, even though they're contractors, okay? Put them through the same interview process because this role is going to be an integral part of your team. Create an annual assessment or an annual review of your relationship with them, just like you would your employee on a regular basis, right? And yes, I know most of them are going to be a contractor, like I said, but nothing is stopping you from doing a quick annual review of the full relationship with them. It also helps out them because what do I know about this world is that it takes two to tango. It takes the highway is a two-way highway. It's not your way or my way or my way or my way. It's a two-way street. Don't be an entitled businesswoman. Just because you're paying somebody doesn't mean you should just be a brat, right? You need to participate. They still need your participation in order to do a very good job. Now, remember, I said, I've got some bonus for you, and I need you to stick around for this bonus. And here we go. The bonus is never hire the cheapest bookkeeper. As you interview them and like make a selection, especially the ones that are always leading with, oh, I could save you so much money. Red flag. Never hire the cheapest one. And you don't have to hire the most expensive one either. Look for quality. Again, talk to those 3 references. Someone who can prepare you for an audit at any given day when your numbers is up, because it will be one day. Your numbers will be up. And you're going to have to ask, is your books audit ready? Is your books audit ready? Are you confident with your books, or are you in the no need to know basis? Even if you, right now, if you have it outsourced and you're like, I don't want to know about it, that's the wrong way of seeing it. That's the wrong way of behaving around it. You need to know, ladies. You need to know if you are audit ready because your numbers will be up one day. That one day will come. A businesswoman who is always proactive is a businesswoman that will succeed. And last but not the least, let me leave you with this. There's two words in business ownership. Number one, business, and number two, ownership. And I want you to focus on the second word, ownership, and own it. Own it. Why not? My time is up. Make sure you subscribe button below, subscribe to my channel at Kareen Mills. I hope this training really helped you and kind of shed some light of how to go through this process. Listen, guys, I want to invite you to join Raw. I get Raw inside Raw, Rich Anonymous Women, where financial independence meet girl power. What is Raw? Well, Rich Anonymous Women is a brand new and exclusive community dedicated to empowering women on their journey to financial independence and abundance. Insider secrets, we talk about actionable advice, empowering community, and all of the goods. Rich Anonymous Women, otherwise known as Raw, is now open. We are looking for founding members, and because it's the love month, I'm giving you 50% off. Just use LOVE50. LOVE50. Use the promo code LOVE50. Go to my link tree, linktr.ee/Kareen Mills, and then you will see everything there. This has been another live brought to you by Kareen Mills. Rhymes with dollar bills. You know the one, the green one. Kareen Mills rhymes with dollar bills. Thank you for watching. See you next time.